You could have even a small cut on the forehead,
Yeah.
and you're gonna bleed like a pig. Seeing all the blood, I was like, oh my god.
There's a really famous image of you, looking like you're something out of a zombie movie, completely covered in blood. Was it Badou Jack against Brown, wasn't it?
Yes,
And
Badou Jack is Brown.
I've got to ask you this question, man to man here.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
how did that fight carry on? And I'm going to put an image on the screen so people out there can see this.
Mm-hmm.
It was literally
Mm-hmm.
like that big and that
Yeah,
wide,
yeah,
completely gushing
yeah,
all over him. How did it carry on?
yeah.
Because I think that I've never seen a cut that bad carry on, you know?
Yeah. It was, like I say, definitely a bad cut. The only good thing about it was it was in the middle of his forehead, so it was draining down. It wasn't getting in his eye; it was draining down the sides of his nose. But it was a bad cut. And if you look at that fight, I brought him over to the doctor twice, and actually, the second time I thought the fight would be stopped, and and it wasn't. And if you look at the replay, I turned and asked Badou, "You want to continue?" He says, "Yes." So we let the fight go on. It was a cut on the forehead. You could have even a small cut on the forehead,
Yeah.
and you're gonna bleed like a pig. But like I say, the only good thing about it, when you really look at it, like I say, the blood wasn't getting in his eye,
Yeah.
because of where the cut was. It was draining down the sides of his nose. So, but it was a pretty bad cut. And ironically, you talked about the way I looked. I mean, I could distinctly remember, because I'm so into the fight,
Yeah.
I could distinctly remember going over to the corner in between rounds, and I'm looking at, all of a sudden, all photographers are looking at me, taking pictures of me, and I'm like, now when I
It's
looked
mad.
at see all the blood, I was like, oh my god, that's that's a history making. That's another history making picture right there.